I haven't made a video in a while, and I've been busy with school. But this video is something I've been wanting to make for since I heard of this law, and of course the law I'm talking about is HB 56. What's that one? Alabama law. It's the strictest immigration law in the country so far, and this law requires that police officers during a legal stop check the immigration status of any person which they reasonably suspect to be in the country illegally. This law will prohibit illegals from attending public institutions of higher education. However, last I checked, this provision was blocked, and it forces schools at the high, middle, and the law will also criminalize the harboring or transportation of illegal immigrants and prohibit them from renting property and a bunch of other stuff. Anyway, basically the whole purpose of this bill is, as it was stated in this one article, was that it's basically made to make illegal isolated, unemployable, poor, defenseless, and uneducated. And the thing that really pisses me off about the bill is, its attack on education of the illegal immigrant children. Although the bill will not prohibit the attendance of illegals to the education institutions at elementary, middle, and high school level, it does create a hostile environment for both the kids and their families. So even though the bill does not explicitly say illegals are prohibited from attending public institutions of education, it creates an environment which prohibits their attendance through fear and intimidation. The reason that they don't say, though, that they're specifically prohibiting the attendance of undocumented children is because of a court case. I think it was in 1982, Plyler versus Doe, which struck down a law that would prohibit illegal immigrants from attending public schools. The law this case struck down was in violation of the 14th Amendment because undocumented children have protection from discrimination unless a substantial state interest could be shown to justify the discrimination. Anyway, and the thing is, one article that I'm going to put here in the description, this superintendent in Alabama that made this comment in defense of the effect that the bill will have on education. And it's, if you have difficulty understanding the language anyway, then who knows what you're being told? And my question in response to this is, what about the legal immigrant children that do not speak English? I mean, do you forget that the job of the school system is to teach children, after all? So they don't understand you? We'll teach them to, and help them to assimilate and integrate into this culture and society. And this here is from the Wikipedia article, where it says, once the federal ruling upholding most of the law went into effect, several Alabama school districts reported a significant drop in the number of Hispanic children attending public schools. State and local officials urged immigrants to keep their children in schools, saying the law does not bar them from attending. It's like, yeah, the law does not bar them from attending, but it does create a hostile environment for them and their families. Also, tell me, why deny illegals from attending institutions of higher education? If these young men and women have personally made the decision to better themselves and move forward with their education despite the hostility and obstacles that they face in their quest for this higher education, then why punish them for being here illegally due to a decision that they most likely had nothing to do with and had no say in? You see, one time when I was talking to this immigration lawyer, he told me that the way of thinking of most people is that these young men and women that are illegal, once they turned 18 and knew that they were illegals, they had the opportunity to leave the country. But answer me one question, people. If you grew up in this country, integrated into its culture, made your history here, because this is the place that you grew up in and made all your friends, met your first love, made all your memories, once you found out that you were illegal, would you leave? I highly doubt you would. The main point is that depriving people of education at any level, especially lower levels of elementary, middle, and high school, will no doubt result in a more uneducated lower class. Lack of a proper education for these kids and for the people looking for higher education, will like I said, no doubt lead to the creation of a lower class of illiterates, which will only add to the problems and costs in our nation, costs in the form of unemployment, crime, and the rise of people on welfare. And that's all I have to say. Rate, comment, subscribe. Thank you very much.